Hi, hello student. How are you? I hope you are very safe and you are following guideline of the government, which is very important for us. Dear student, today we are going to start SPL of 7th standard. SPL of 7th standard. The name of the lesson that is on equality. On equality. This is the our first lesson, first chapter of this SPL subject. See here, I have written here that is the meaning of equality. What is meant by equality? Equality means treating equal to everyone, treating equal to everyone. Everyone should get the chance of anything. Means the same chance, equality should be in our nation, in our community. It's called the equality. Equal value, equal status should be in our nation, in our country. This is the equality. Second important thing in the lesson, that is the democracy. What is meant by democracy? Democracy means it is the system. It is the system of government where all the people are taking the part through the um, vote, through the election, and through that the election, this government going to forming the government. This is a system of the government, means the democracy. Here our lesson is on equality. On equality. In this lesson we will talk about the equality. We will talk on equality in whole lesson. See, there are some points. Through these points we are going to learn this lesson. The first point, that is the equal rights to vote. Equal rights to vote. This is our first number point. Then other kind of equality, recognizing dignity and equality in Indian democracy, equality in our country, equality in our nation. And last point we are going to see in this lesson, that is the equality issues of equality in other democracy apart from the um, democracy. We are going to see what is fact, what is about equality in other countries, in other states. We are going to see. Here state means the nation only. Okay, so these are the points in our lesson. This we are going to see in this lesson. See, if you have book, you can read the book, read the lesson for our first lesson. You try to available book. If you have not book, you watch this video. You will learn this lesson very well. Then also you have to read this lesson also. You will get more clear idea about the lesson. You available book from your friends, and if not, don't worry, school will give you book very soon after the lockdown. See here, this is the first page of the lesson. On the first page only, we have a story. We have a story. In this lesson, we have 4 examples, and through these 4 examples, we are going to see equality in our nation, equality in the world. We are going to see through this example. First example given here, story of Kanta. story of Kanta. Second example we have, that is the Om Prakash Valmiki. Om Prakash Valmiki's story. Third, Mr. and Mrs. Ansari. Mrs. and Mr. Ansari, their story also we are going to see. Then Rosa um, Parks, she is the American lady, and her story also we are going to see. Before that, very firstly we will start from the Kanta story, the story of the Kanta. What is the story of the Kanta? Here uh, we can see here one cube, one line. In that one cube, one line, there are many people, many citizens of our nation. They are standing. They are standing in one queue. We can clearly see here the, the people. Some people are standing. Uh, in that, who and what is their occupations, we are going to see. Very firstly we have a Manjit Kumar, and she is the teacher. Manjit Kumar. Teja Singh, he is also no, she is firstly Manjit Kumar, she is the teacher. Then second number Teja Singh, and he is the trader. He is the trader or the business person. Uh, Third one we have Girish Rao, and he is the student. Then Kanta Devi, she is the domestic worker. Then Sujata Kumari, and she is also domestic worker. Abdul Rahman, artisan. Uh, we have Shabnam Banu, she is the housewife, and then other in this way, it is a queue. In that queue there are many, some unemployed. Ashok Jain, he is the industrials, the government officer also, some media person. They are all from the various occupations. They came in their they came and they standing in the same line. Here we can see there is no discrimination between the uh, poor and the rich people. Here Kanta Devi and Sujata Kumari, both are the domestic worker, and then also they have standing in same queue. Here some teachers, traders, student, as I told you, the business persons, the industrialists, they also standing in same queue. Means there is no discrimination, no difference according to the base of the financial status. One more thing we can judge, we can observe through the same queue, same line, that is the gender. Male, female both are standing in same queue only. Why they standing in one queue only? For giving the oath. For giving the oath. And through the oath, we choose our new government after the 5 years. After the 5 years, after 5 years, we are going to change our government, choose our new government. Sometimes the people they continue our same government, but this is the story of the oath we have. And the same on the same page we have the story of Kanta. I will not read the whole story, but I will read. I have read already the story, and I will explain you what is happened about the this Kanta Devi. Here, she is a domestic worker. She work in the one rich person house, and she doing their domestic work, means cleaning, sweeping, washing clothes, washing their house. This type of work she is doing, and she also here for the oath, and her boss also standing in the same queue, standing in the same queue, means the equality, means there she observed their equality. There is no discrimination for the oath. She found there, she observed there. When she returned at her home, that time she knows that her daughter, she feeling illness, she feeling the illness, and she have no to that her daughter should go in the hospital, should take the treatment in the hospital. But she has not taken leave from the her boss, so that she can't take leave without permission. And she told to her daughter that I will I will come back at the night or evening, and then we will go in the hospital. This was asked this Kanta Devi to her daughter, and she went in the that in that house where she serving. And after reaching there, she on the next page we can see that she look at here that Kanta Devi, she is doing the work, she is doing work. And here the both uh, boss and the wife of the boss, they are sitting on the table, and the wife of the that boss, she always giving order to that Kanta Devi that you clean this house or this room very properly, corner to corner you have to go, and you have to clean very properly. This is order always giving by that um, by that Kanta, by that Kanta's boss. Here, after finishing that work, she asked to her boss that I want some advance money. Why she was asked that? Because she knows that at her home her daughter is feeling illness, and she was going to go, she need to go in the hospital, and she has no money, so that she asks some money at their um, boss. And this wife of the boss, she has given some advance money to that Kanta, and she same time she asked to Kanta that don't make this habit that taking the advance. Always we are not providing you this type of the advance. She said yes, and she uh, left from that um, house, and Then uh, this Kanta reached at their home, at her home, and she taken her daughter and went in the hospital at the evening time. In the evening time, she again standing in one queue. She again standing in one queue only, where the doctor checking the patients, their patients, his patients. But here Kanta Devi observed that those are the rich persons, they are not standing in the queue. They are not standing in the queue. They directly went in the office of the doctor and they taking the service from the doctor, a rich person. But those are the poor person, they are standing in same queue as in the morning. uh, this Kanta Devi seen for the oath. And the question arise in the mind of the that Kanta Devi, that why here even the government hospital there is the line for poor people only, not for the rich people, means the discrimination rich and the poor. Kanta Devi observed here inequality, uh, discrimination or inequality observed by Kanta in the hospital. But in the old station there is no discrimination found by Kanta. So in our constitution equality is given. Equality is the given, but in fact equality is not in everywhere in India. There are many people, they struggle still now, and they living very poorly. They cannot get all facilities very well. And the same countries in our nation, we can see there are many rich people. The world's richest people live living in our nation. So this is the inequality in here. Secondly, other kind of equality, other kind of equality and inequality. These are given through the Om Prakash Valmiki's example, or Om Prakash Valmiki story. Story of Om Prakash Valmiki. What is the Om Prakash Valmiki's story? Actually, Om Prakash Valmiki, he is a boy, school boy, and his headmaster or principal has given him a duty of cleaning ground, of cleaning ground, and other students, they are taking education inside the classroom. As we know that there are many examples we have. For example, uh, we know that Dr. Ambedkar, he has also taken education outside of the class room, and same happened about the Om Prakash Valmiki, because his uh, background, he belonged from the Dalit family, and so that this headmaster has given duty that clean the ground uh, to that Om Prakash Valmiki. When his parents, his father seen this picture, he came with the principal of that head of the school, and they found, they asked to that principal, what is this. Then they filled the apology, and Om Prakash Prakash Valmiki's father cannot do anything because he also very poor. The family of the Om Prakash Valmiki is very poor, or they belong from the Dalit uh, category, or Dalit the background. So here discrimination also found through the story of Om Prakash Valmiki. See once again the third number story, that is about the Mr. Ansari. Mr. Ansari, here on the page number 8, here we have the story of Om Prakash Ansari. What is the story of Om Prakash Ansari? That Om Prakash Ansari want the apartment, or the that means in apartment, good apartment, he want uh, uh, rooms or house in the clean area, and for that he was searching the good rooms there. But dealer, when he asked to dealer reach owner of the apartment or owner of the that houses. But when that person's Ansari's name heard, always these people refuse to give their rooms to that Ansari. Why? Because they um, knows their religious. And finally that dealer told to that Ansari, you have to change your name, and you have to say that uh, or you have to change your name from Ansari to Kumar, and Mr. and Mrs. Kumar, uh, you have to change your name, and then you will get the good room in good apartment. But here Ansari are not ready to change the name, and finally, yeah, when a lady was, she has given her room to Mr. Ansari. Why this happened? Because only the religious. In fact, here also uh, discrimination or the inequality we have seen. We have seen three stories. We have seen three stories. Story of the Kanta. She is the domestic worker. She is the domestic worker, and she uh, is the poor also. So inequality between the poor and the rich people that observed by the Kanta. Then Om Prakash Valmiki, he was the a student belong from the Dalit category, and there also discrimination we have seen. Now Mr. and Mr. Ansari's story, we have seen there is also discrimination between or among the religious. So in fact, in our uh, constitution has given equality for each and every citizen of the country, but on the ground level, on the fact, if we see in the fact, there is no equality, or we can observe, we can see inequality there. This we have seen till this. Remaining part we will see in the next time. Thank you.